ga kuma ɗimbin albarkatun ƙasa bila adadin. Sai dai irin waɗannan dukkanin abinda ubangiji ya samar domin samar da kyakkyawar fata ga jihar ta Taraba, ana samun wasu munanan ɗabi'u na sare dazuzzuka da tone-tonen ramumuka domin ɗebo albarkatun ƙasan, da hakan ke matukar barazana ga muhalli da kuma al'ummar da cikin Taraba da ma dabbobi da suke cikin ta. Wannan ko na iya lalata dukkan wani tsari ko dabaru da aka samar domin kyautata rayuwar bil'adama da ma dabbobi. Wannan illar na daɗa tozartawa da kuma lalata dukkanin wurare da ake da su, ga lalata ruwa da muhalli da ke zama barazana ga rayuwar dabbobi na cikin ruwa da kuma na tudu da ma jama'a da ke kan wannan. Hakan na iya zama kuma wani abin da ke iya lalata kyakkyawar fata da ake da ita na kyautata rayuwar al'umma musamman da yara da ma dabbobi. A irin wannan ne gwamnatin jihar Taraba gargashin Dr. Abu Kefo ta samar da wata wani kwamiti mai karfin fada aji da doka ta baiwa dama ya tabbatar da cewa ya takaita ayyukan saran dazuzzuka da tone-tone albarkatun ƙasa ba bisa ka'ida ba. Bisa wannan ne kuma wannan kwamiti ya tashi haikan domin tabbatar da an bi doka da aka zayyana na tabbatar da kare dazuzzuka da sauran albarkatun ƙasa da ubangiji albarkaci wannan jiha da ita, domin samarwa matasa da kuma iyalai aikin yi idan aka bi ka'ida wurin bin matakai da za su dace da yadda ake tono albarkacin ƙasa da kuma sare dazuzzuka a bisa ka'ida, wanda hakan zai iya taimakawa ci gaba da kuma bunƙasa rayuwar jama'a da kuma fitar da Tarabar a idon duniya. A bisa wannan ake yin kira ta musamman ga al'ummar jihar Taraba da su tabbatar da cewa sun bi tsari da dabaru da aka tanadar. Ana kuma kira da amfani da sarakunan gargajiya da maluman addini da sauran jagororin al'umma da suke da alhakin kula da irin waɗannan al'ummomi da kuma ke zama tare da tabbatar da sun sanya ido sosai wurin ganin an kawar da dukkan wani kalubale da muhalli ke fuskanta. Ana kuma kira nan take ga sarakunan gargajiya da maluma na addini da su waro al'umma kai, musamman waɗanda suke jagoranta, domin nuna musu matukar illa da waɗannan sare-saren dazuzzuka da tono albarkatun ƙasa ba bisa ƙa'ida ba suke yi, kuma su ilmantar da jama'a domin amfanin su wadda mara misaltuwa ne. Ana kuma karfafa musu gwiwa da cewa duk lokacin da suka ga wani aiki da ya shafi irin wannan mummunan aiki da su handarsta samar da hukumomi ta yin amfani da wannan layi 0806608102. Yan Taraba a haɗa hannu tare domin tabbatar da an tsirar da jihar kuma an kawar da tsarin na tono albarkatun ƙasa da sare-saren dazuzzuka ba bisa ƙa'ida ba, domin ɗorewar ci gaban jihar Taraban da kuma samar da albarkatunta da moriyarta ga dukkanin al'umma. Wannan sako ne da ya fito daga hukumar nan da take sanya ido da hana sare dazuzzuka ba bisa ƙa'ida ba.
ya enen ummatore jiha Taraba, Allah fesinan e riskuji kaaƴe zinari ha jiha Taraba e ma nokkuje jamantirle feere feere, to seyni non may ɗon yide e gannuɗi feere feere ha yaake wasuki man. Nden ɓurna fu ummatore ɗon wasa gasɗe logguɗe masin, ɗon julkiten en yaake fiji nokkuje meɗen, non man ɗon waddanen ɓillaji feere feere ha yaake fiji ngendam meɗen. Yewki wasakaji zinari ɗon foɗana ɓikkon meɗen sende hukki jangirle ha yaake ngendam maɓɓe. Non man ɗon waɗe ngam silanki keɓal jawngal ha ngendam ɓi adama. To mettuɗum nder majum ni waɗuki non man hokkan keɓal, seni wattan magal ɗon sawi e gannude e ma torraji wasmirru feere feere. Ko handani en kam en naftoro be diɗaɗi e ma wasuki kaƴe zinari herno handi, ngam wattam ngendam meɗen e ma labbaje meɗen hawtade be gure meɗen. Nden non man wallitan keron ha ɓamtuki saman fiji risku meɗen, wo'itinki jangirle meɗen e ma ɓamtuki saman galluje e labbaje. Ngam man wodi bote en anda wasuki kaƴe zinari nano handi ɗon foɗana en feccaki leddi e ma bayli ɗum soyde jahol yeso lesdi. Non man haɗa en ndiyam jareteɗam boɗɗam e wadda bonabonalu saka ummatore. To haaɗiɗo tokkitanama en bonniyake ngendam meɗen, no wattam meɗen janggo latoto? Ya enen ɓiɓɓe jiha Taraba, ngam man latani en dole en faddo yake fiji risku meɗen e ma jiha meɗen fu no foti. En daro en gokka faddode faaki gese meɗen, mayeji meɗen, fattule meɗen e ma lesdi meɗen fu no foti. Ɗo ɗum andinore on iga ko manda hukuma hakkilanta fiji wasuki kaƴe zinari, SP Emmanuel Jamu.
Welcome to News Hour on Som TV. We are broadcasting live from Jalingo. Follow the Pulse of the Nation on Facebook at Som TV and watch the live stream on YouTube at Som TV Live. Now the major headlines. Vice President Kashim Shettima visits Kebbi to support families of abducted schoolgirls, honors late officials, as 6th Brigade Commander in Jalingo, Brigadier General Kingsley Unwa, issues 10 warning to criminals in Takum and surrounding areas. Taraba State Governor Dr. Abu Kefas orders immediate payments for verified civil servants, direct re-engagement of others. I am Esther Oka Steven. Now the news in full. Vice President Kashim Shettima, acting on President Bola Tinubu's directive, visited Breeding Kebbi on Wednesday to sympathize with families of abducted schoolgirls in Mega and honored the late Brigadier General Musa Uba and the late Vice Principal of the school. Shettima assured that the federal government will deploy all instruments of the state to rescue the girls and bring their abductors and killers to justice, praising security forces, state authorities, and community stakeholders for their cooperation. The 6th Brigade Commander, Brigadier General Kingsley Unwa, has issued a stern warning to criminals and troublemakers in Takum, Chachangi, and surrounding areas. Speaking after a recent attack, which 6 people were killed and residents displayed in Amudu community, Unwa vowed that security operatives will pursue offenders. He condemned the killing and stressed that the army would not allow any part of Taraba State to be overtaken by terrorists or bandits. Taraba State Governor Dr. Abu Kefas has directed the immediate payment of entitlements for civil servants verified by the Staff Verification Committee. While receiving the community at T.Y. Danjuma's house, Governor Kefas commended their thorough works and emphasized adherence to due process. Out of 7,800 previously flagged workers, 1,410 were cleared and are being paid. The governor also instructed the screening and proper re-engagement of wrongly employed individuals into the civil service. Governor Abu Kefas has presented a 650 billion naira budget for Taraba State 2026 fiscal year before the House of Assembly, proposing over 457 billion naira for capital projects and 192 billion naira for recurrent spending. He emphasized youth inclusion and major investment in road, education, and health. Speaker John Kizito Bonzena praised the governor's leadership, while Commissioner Zainab Usman Jalingo assured residents of significant transformation under the budget of development. Som TV correspondent Lilian Yakubu files in the report.
Taraba State is expected to undergo significant transformation through a planned revolution in infrastructural development to be carried out in 2026 under the leadership of Governor Abu Kefas. Presenting the appropriation bill on the floor of the State House of Assembly, Governor Kefas explained that the 2026 budget comprises a capital expenditure of over 457 billion naira, representing 70.36%, while recurrent expenditure stands at 192 billion naira, representing 29.64%.
I hereby present the 2026 appropriation bill of 650 billion 631 million 700,000 naira for your kind consideration and passage. Let me add that 2023 was vision. 2024 laid the foundation. 2025 was expansion. And 2026 is demonstration, that is development that we can see.
He reaffirmed the critical role of young people in the development of Taraba State, noting that the youth inclusion remains a central pillar of his administration's agenda. According to him, youth engagement is essential to unlocking their potentials for peace, progress, and sustainable development.
Let me reaffirm that Taraba youth are our greatest strength. Therefore, in 2026, youth will not be observers. They will be builders of roads, schools, drivers of agriculture under our program of Taraba Initiative for Farmland and Food Occupation, TIFO, digital innovations, renewable energy technicians, sport entrepreneurs, leaders with strong values, because a productive, morally grounded youth population is the true measure of a stable and prosperous society.
He added that the budget is strategically designed to drive infrastructural development across the state, with priority given to key sectors such as roads and transportation, education, and health.
Our sectoral priorities for 2026 will be 1. Road and transport, 19.84%. Education and skill development, 15.98%. Healthcare, 6.19%. Agriculture and food security, 4.83%. Water and sanitation, 3.19%. Security, emergency and protection, 2.96%.
In his remarks, the Speaker of the Taraba State House of Assembly, Right Honorable John Kizito Bonzena, commended the governor for effectively discharging his duties. He noted that the Assembly currently operates under a single political party, with all members belonging to the APC. A development, he said, will strengthen unity and fast-track development across the state.
The 10th Assembly of the Taraba State to a single party. Before this time, we had PDP, APC, and NNPP. But as of 17th November 2025, we have all the 24 members now APC.
Providing further clarification on the budget, the State Commissioner for Information and Reorientation, Zainab Usman Jalingo, said the state is set for a new look and assured residents of significant transformation.
Capital expenditure taking 70.36% of the total budget has in figure 741,601,414 naira. Roads and transport will take 19.84% of the total allocation of the budget. It will go for roads and transport. Education, which is the pet project of His Excellency, and skill development will take 15.98%.
The 2026 budget of development has raised high expectations among residents who are eager to witness the promised transformation across Taraba State. Lilian Yakubu reporting for Some TV.
Similarly, Kano State Governor Alhaji Abba Kabir Yusuf presented the 1.368 trillion naira 2026 budget to the State House of Assembly, emphasizing transparency, inclusive growth, and accelerated development. The budget of infrastructure, inclusive growth, and sustainable development allocates 68% of capital projects and 62% of recurrent expenditure. Education led with 405.3 billion naira, followed by infrastructure, 346.2 billion naira, and health, 212.2 billion naira. Yusuf highlighted broad consultation in crafting a people-centered fiscal plan. The governor of Taraba State, Dr. Abu Kefas, has renamed the Taraba Crossing and plant in honor of the late Governor Dan Baba Sutai during its formal launch in the Sibare, Jalingo. Kefas described Sutai as a visionary whose legacy inspires development and reaffirmed his administration's commitment to continuing past projects. Managing Director, Engineer Bao Karim noted the plan operational growth, employment creation, and potentials for regional expansion under Kefas' leadership. Over 1,000 newly trained Taraba Marshals security guards have passed out after a 4-week intensive program in Jalingo. Governor Abu Kefas at the NYNC orientation camp described the outfit as a strategic component of the state's new security and urged officers to protect communities, secure farmlands, and support security agencies. Commander Agiole Ebel said the personnel are well prepared for community-level operations, citing their familiarity with local trends. Some TV correspondents fight in the report.
Over 1,000 newly trained Taraba Marshal security guards have successfully graduated following a 4-week intensive training program in Jalingo. The passing out parade was held at the NYC orientation camp, presided over by Governor Abu Kefas. Governor Abu Kefas emphasized that the Taraba Marshal Security Guard is not merely symbolic, but a strategic component of the state's security architecture. He urged the officers to protect communities, safeguard farmlands, support police and military operations.
Officers and men of the Taraba Marshal Security Guards, today you stand on this parade ground as a new force, forged by discipline, shaped by resilience, and prepared for service. For 4 intense weeks, you have been trained, tested, and transformed. You have learned endurance, you have learned loyalty, you have learned that the uniform you wear is not just clothes, it is responsibility.
Speaking on behalf of the force, Commander Agiole Abba stated that the training has prepared the marshals to provide effective security at both state and community level. He highlighted their familiarity with local terrains as an advantage in patrolling difficult and undergoverned areas.
Standing with profound gratitude before His Excellency and other distinguished personalities on the occasion of the passing of parade of Taraba State Marshal Security Guard, who have successfully undergone a 4-week basic skills training that will prepare them for the task of providing security at both state and community levels.
The passing out parade also features the inspection of guards of honor, parade displays, march pasts, and demonstrations showcasing the skills the marshals acquired during the training, marking a renewed commitment to serve and community security. From Jalingo, this is Lilian Yakubu reporting for Some TV.
Governor Abu Kefas has sworn in Taraba State's 16th newly elected local government chairman at T.Y. Danjuma's house in Jalingo, urging them to prioritize transparency, accountability, and people-centered governance aligned with his administration's 5-point agenda. Speaking for the group, Sardauna local government chairman Mohamed Umar pledged committed service and collaboration. In an unexpected political shift, all 16 chairmen immediately resigned from the PDP and announced their defection to the APC to strengthen grassroots governance. Some TV correspondents complete the report.
During the swearing-in, Governor Kefas urged the 16 chairmen to prioritize the welfare of their communities over personal interests. He reminded them that their election was a responsibility rooted in trust and called for transparency, accountability, and leadership that respond to local needs. Governor Kefas also encouraged the councilmen to align their development initiative with his administration's 5-point agenda, focusing on education, security, health, economic growth, job creation, women's empowerment, and youth development. Speaking on behalf of the newly inaugurated chairman, Muhammad Umar, chairman of Sardauna local government area, expressed gratitude to the governor and the people of Taraba State, pledging to collaborate with relevant authorities to deliver meaningful development at the grassroots level. In a dramatic political development, all 16 local government chairmen resigned from the People Democratic Party, declaring their intention to join the All Progressive Congress. The leaders said the move was aimed at strengthening governance and ensuring better delivering of service at the grassroots.
We, the 16 local government newly elected and sworn in local government chairman in Taraba State, hereby formally tender our collective resignation from the People's Democratic Party, PDP. This decision, reached after extensive consultations and careful consideration, reflects our shared commitment to align with the progressive direction of His Excellency Dr. Abu Kefas, Executive Governor of Taraba State. As he will formally join the All Progressive Congress APC and align with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR. Our choice is guided by the need to ensure effective governance at the grassroots. We believe that standing in solidarity with His Excellency will further strengthen our collective mandate, enhance our service delivery, and foster the development vision already taking shape across the state. We appreciate the PDP for the platform it provided us over the years and for the opportunity to serve our people under its banner. However, in the interest of unity and the overall progress of Taraba State, we find it necessary to move in one direction with the governor at this critical moment. We remain committed to the peace, growth, prosperity of our respective local government areas and the entire state. Please accept the assurance of our highest regards. Thank you, sir.
Lilian Yakubu, reporting for Some TV.
Youths, stakeholders, and supporters from Gashuku, Sardauna, and Kurmi local government areas on Tuesday stormed the Dam Baba Sute Airport, Jalingo, to welcome Honorable Fanuel D. Lawrence, whom they describe as a leader with genuine grassroots impact. Some TV correspondent Lilian Yakubu completes the report.
Honorable Lawrence arrived in Taraba State ahead of the widely anticipated defection of Governor Abu Kefas, an event expected to reshape the state's political landscape. The atmosphere at the airport was electrified as a large crowd of enthusiastic supporters chanted solidarity songs and displayed banners expressing confidence in his political visions. Speaking with the newsmen shortly after his arrival, Honorable Fanuel Lawrence formally declared his intention to contest the House of Representatives seat for Gashaka, Kurmi, and Sardauna Federal Constituency.
Someone like me, who has vast experience in the private sector, I believe that my network in the private sector, my experiences in the business world, and also my connect will help me to deliver
on and Sardauna Federal constituency under the platform of All the Progressive Congress, APC. He emphasized that his decision was driven by the desire to deepen development across the constituency, strengthen youth involvement in politics, and continue offering leadership that directly touches the lives of ordinary people. Our people deserve representation that listens, understands, and delivers. I am committed to offering that kind of leadership, he stated. Supporters who spoke to journalists described him as a leader whose footprints across the grassroots are visible in youth empowerment, community development, and inclusive political engagement. They noted that his entry into the race has renewed hope for purposeful representation. As the state awaits Governor Kefa's expected political move, today's reception for Honorable Lawrence signals a shift in the political dynamics of Taraba's central and mountainous belt, with many observers predicting a major alignment in the coming weeks. Lillian Yakubu reporting for Some TV.
Two APC-backed support groups in Jalingo, the Pastor Ruben Initiatives and the Natawe Grassroots Association, NEGA, were inaugurated today to promote good governance and bolster the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The groups are tasked with strengthening grassroots mobilization and rally support ahead of the 2027 presidential election. Some TV correspondent Lilian Yakubu files in the report.
Speaking at the inauguration of the group in Jalingo, the zonal coordinator Alhaji Ibrahim Adamu Boduga said the aim of the group is to enhance accountability and promote good government in the country. Adamu said they are integrating the Jalingo chapter of the two support groups as a way to support Governor Agbu Kefas, who has already detected interest in joining the All Progressive Congress, APC. However, for national interest, the event was postponed.
We are here for the transition. Unfortunately, it did not happen. As a woman, we take it as a duty and priority to accept what has happened in good faith. So we want to let the world know, the Nigeria know, that these two initiatives, you can see blue and white, they are initiatives that are here to support the good people of Taraba State, not only politically, but in developmental strategies. To support the Governor, His Excellency Governor Agbu Kefas, for his transformation agenda of the state in infrastructure, education, and other good skill activities and all that.
He called on the new members in the state to be patriotic and work in line with the mission of the organization. He charged the two support groups to support the grassroots initiative that is in the line with the vision and mission of the organization. Speaking at the event, one of the members of the Natawe Grassroots Association, who is the state secretary, Honorable Disabe Bala Donga, said the initiative will enhance accountability and good governance in the state and promote better relations.
My name is Disabe S. Bala Donga. I'm the state secretary of this great movement of our national chairman. And the task with us today is to, first of all, begin to take a campaign to the people, letting them know of some of the beautiful policies that is achieved by this great administration, the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to let the people know that good things are coming, as we have begun to see things already getting better with good policies. And
also speaking at the event, Engineer Joshua Obaj emphasized that Pastor Ruben is a philanthropic organization that will support the good initiative of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The aim of the group is very simple, promoting good leadership. And the group is being founded by Pastor Ruben Wilson, who is not just a politician, he's a philanthropist, he's a businessman. The group is a national chairman of the group.
Lilian Yakubu reporting for Some TV.
Journalists from across Nigeria convened in Jalingo for the first National Media Summit hosted in Taraba State, focusing on trust and integrity in an era of misinformation. NUJ President Al-Hassan Yahya urged the federal government to improve Taraba's road infrastructure and commended members' resilience. Keynote speaker Professor Umar Pate stressed journalist safety and digital adaptation, while Governor Abu Kefas reaffirmed the media role in nation building and called for strong partnership to promote truth and development. Some TV correspondents files in the report.
Journalists from across Nigeria converged in Jalingo as the National Media Summit opened in Taraba State for the first time. The two-day event themed Building Trust and Integrity in the Age of Misinformation drew NUJ delegates from all 36 states and the FCT welcoming participants. NUJ National President Comrade Al-Hassan Yahya called for urgent improvement of federal road infrastructure leading into Taraba, noting the difficult routes members endured to attend.
Accuracy must remain the heartbeat of journalism. Speed must never be overshadowed verification. Our newsroom must revive the discipline of fact-checking and embrace transparency in correcting errors. Ethical standards are not optional. They are fundamental to our credibility.
Delivering the keynote address, Professor Umar Pate stressed the need for a safe and supportive working environment for media professionals. He highlighted UNESCO-aligned safety standards and warned that journalists who fail to adapt to digital tools risk being left behind.
The survey report showed that 40% of the people in the world are avoiding news on the media, and the number is increasing. Last year it was 39%. This year it has risen to 40%. And the survey covered Nigeria. The conclusion is that people are avoiding the media because the trust that we have in the media is declining for a number of reasons.
In high address, the Taraba State Governor Dr. Abu Kefas described the summit as both a privilege and strategic contribution to national development. He reaffirmed the state's commitment to partnering with the media to strengthen democracy and promote truth.
Hosting the NUJ Summit is not just an honor for us, it is a strategic moment for reflection, collaboration, and nation building. Today, I stand not only as a governor, but also as a partner who deeply values the role of the media in shaping progressive society.
The summit convened amid rising threats to media credibility, aimed to chart practical strategies for restoring trust and enhancing the profession's contributions to national development. Delegates are expected to engage in wide-ranging discussion on safety, ethics, misinformation, and the evolving digital media environment. From Jalingo, this is Lilian Yakubu reporting for Some TV.
Nigeria and China have launched fresh talk to expand bilateral cooperation in agriculture and skill development, supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda to boost non-oil revenue. Discussion between Senator Babangida Hussaini and Chinese Ambassador Yu Donghai focused on boosting exports of sesame and hibiscus, improving market access, and creating training opportunities for Nigerian youth in technology and skill development. The initiative aimed to strengthen trade link and foster long-term economic growth in Jigawa State and nationwide. The Plateau Youth for Progressive Change, PYPC, said last Saturday's PDP defection to APC are meaningless without Governor Caleb Mutfwang. Chairman Ezra Yakubu noted the low turnout at defectors' reception and stressed APC's needs Mutfwang to reclaim Plateau in 2027. He criticized APC's national chairman for underestimating the governor's influence. Former House member Dr. Musa Bagos added that Mutfwang's defection would likely secure him a second term, given PDP's weakened structures. The African Democratic Congress, ADC, has condemned the violent attack on the PDP National Secretariat in Abuja, describing it as a threat to Nigeria's democracy. National Publicity Secretary Malam Bolaji Abdullahi accused the Tinubu's administration of using armed agents to advance interest, warning that such acts endanger multi-party democracy ahead of 2027 election. The ADC called for an independent investigation into security forces' roles and urged the government to uphold democratic norms. Former Kaduna State Governor and PDP Board of Trustees Secretary Ahmed McCarthy has resigned from his position, citing zoning concerns and the emergency of a new national chairman from his geopolitical zone. In a resignation letter dated 17 November 2025, McCarthy explained that he had initially attempted to quit 2 months earlier but was persuaded to stay until the conclusion of his party's national convention, stressing that Board of Trustees Secretary and National Chairman should not come from the same zone. It's now time for a brief commercial break. Stay tuned, for we'll be right back shortly.
Ubangiji ya albarkaci jihar Taraba da wadataccen ƙasar noma ga kuma ɗimbin albarkatun ƙasa bila adadin. Sai dai irin waɗannan dukkanin abinda Ubangiji ya samar domin samar da kyakkyawar fata ga jihar ta Taraba, ana samun wasu munanan ɗabi'u na sare dazuzzuka da tone-tonen ramumuka domin ɗebo albarkatun ƙasan da hakan ke matukar barazana ga muhalli da kuma al'ummar da cikin Taraba da ma dabbobi da suke cikinta. Wannan ko na iya lalata dukkan wani tsari ko dabaru da aka samar domin kyautata rayuwar bil'adama da mara dabbobi. Wannan illar na dada tozartawa da kuma lalata dukkanin wurare da ake da su, ga lalata ruwa da muhalli da ke zama barazana ga rayuwar dabbobi na cikin ruwa da kuma na tudu da ma jama'a da ke kan wannan. Hakan na iya zama kuma wani abin da ke iya lalata kyakkyawar fata da ake da ita na kyautata rayuwar al'umma musamman da yara da ma dabbobi. A irin wannan ne gwamnatin jihar Taraba gargashin Dr. Abu Kefo ta samar da wata wani kwamiti mai karfin fada'aji da doka ta baiwa dama ya tabbatar da cewa ya takaita ayyukan saran dazuzzuka da tone-tone albarkatun ƙasa ba bisa ka'ida ba. Bisa wannan ne kuma wannan kwamiti ya tashi haikan domin tabbatar da an bi doka da aka zayyana na tabbatar da kare dazuzzuka da sauran albarkatun ƙasa da ubangiji albarkaci wannan jiha da ita domin samarwa matasa da kuma iyalai aikin yi. Idan aka bi ka'ida wurin bin matakai da za su dace da yadda ake tono albarkacin ƙasa da kuma sare dazuzzuka a bisa ka'ida, wanda hakan zai iya taimakawa ci gaba da kuma bunƙasa rayuwar jama'a jama'a da kuma fitar da Tarabar a idon duniya. A bisa wannan ake yin kira ta musamman ga al'ummar jihar Taraba da su tabbatar da cewa sun bi tsari da dabaru da aka tanadar. Ana kuma kira da amfani da sarakunan gargajiya da maluman addini da sauran jagororin al'umma da suke da alhakin kula da irin waɗannan al'ummomi da kuma ke zama tare da tabbatar da sun sanya ido sosai wurin ganin an kawar da dukkan wani kalubale da muhalli ke fuskanta. Ana kuma kira nan take ga sarakunan gargajiya da maluma na addini da su waro al'umma kai musamman waɗanda suke jagoranta domin nuna musu matukar illa da waɗannan sare-saren dazuzzuka da tono albarkatun ƙasa ba bisa ƙa'ida ba suke yi, kuma su ilmantar da jama'a domin amfanin su wadda mara misaltuwa ne. Ana kuma karfafa musu gwiwa da cewa duk lokacin da suka ga wani aiki da ya shafi irin wannan mummunan aiki da su handarsa samar da hukumomi ta yin amfani da wannan layi 0866681020. 'Yan Taraba a haɗa hannu tare domin tabbatar da an tsirar da jihar kuma an kawar da tsarin na tono albarkatun ƙasa da sare-saren dazuzzuka ba bisa ƙa'ida ba domin ɗorewar ci gaban jihar Taraban da kuma samar da albarkatunta da moriyarta ga dukkanin al'umma. Wannan sako ne da ya fito daga hukumar nan da take sanya ido da hana sare dazuzzuka ba bisa ƙa'ida ba.
Welcome back. Glad to have you still with us. Benue State Governor Hycinth Alia on Wednesday refuted claims by some U.S. officials suggesting religious genocide in the state, insisting that narratives is false and misleading. He said Benue has no incident of religious, ethnic, racial, and national genocide, stressing that communities continue to coexist peacefully. Alia, a serving Reverend Father, maintained that such allegations should not be used to justify moves to classify Nigeria as a country of peculiar concern.
So I am a Reverend Father. So being in governance does not take that away from me. I am still a Reverend Father. I came in as a governor, as a Reverend Father. I am working with the fear of God and the compassion of Christianity and humanity, and at the end of the day, I'm still going back to the church as a Reverend Father and a good Christian. So that is for the record. We need to understand this. In my state of Benue, we don't have any religious, any ethnic, any racial, any national or state genocide. We don't have that. Do we have a number of insecurities in the state? Yes, we do. But it is not a genocide. Someone would need to go through there to check the United Nations definitions for this. Have we lost a number of people? Yes. We have at different stages. If I've given you a background of the challenges we've had many years ago, we're talking about the agro-pastoralists, got them the herders. And then we're talking about the agro-farmers, typical farmers. So it began like play, like joke, and then it went over and then just continued to some huge proportions. But that does not fit into the parameters of a genocide. So for those who seek to politicize everything, there is no genocide in Benue State. But we have security challenges in Benue State.
The House Committee on Nutrition and Food Security has warned it may issue a bench warrant against the Managing Director of the Bank of Agriculture, Ayo Sotinrin, and the Director General of the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, Dr. Abubakar Daban, for failing to honor its summons. Chairman Chike Okafor issued the threat during an investigation into alleged misuse of 1.2 trillion naira agricultural intervention fund. noting repeated non-compliance by key agencies. The UN's World Food Programme has warned that global funding cuts could leave millions without assistance in 2026, as it may only be able to support 1/3 of the 380 million people facing severe hunger. The agency said it needs $13 billion to reach 110 million of the most vulnerable, but may receive only half that month. WFP linked rising hunger to conflict, extreme weather, economic shocks, and shrinking donor contribution. That's all for now. Some TV is a 24-hour TV station. Follow us on Facebook at Some TV and subscribe on YouTube at Some TV Live for breaking news. I am Esther Oka-Steven. Thanks for watching.